Hi guys, welcome to Reality React channel. In this channel, we watch reality TV shows to react, recap, review, and for the fun of it. And today we are recapping Love is Blind, season 7, episode 10, titled The Text From An Ex. And the first scene is Nick and Hannah. They are doing a photo shoot of their engagement, and it's 12 days before the wedding. And they just Hannah is just showing off that she's taller than him when she's in those heels, but she's not that taller than him. And they're just having fun. They seem happy. I think Nick is very understanding of Hannah. He doesn't easily get offended, even with the things that she has been doing to him, even when she's talking to him like he's some stupid person or he doesn't know anything. He's just very kind, weirdly, for me, because I like, even when he calls her out, he calls her in with kind words. He's not being mean or shouting or anything like that. Okay, the next scene is with Ramses and Marisa, and they are still discussing birth control and all of that, and the fact that at one point the previous night or whatever time that it had happened, Marisa rejected Ramses' advances to be intimate, and she is indicating that it is because she's PMSing and she is just so tired with the drive and everything else that's happening around her, and the fact that she has vitamin D deficiency, and how the birth control is going to impact her and stuff like that. And he's acting like he understand, but no, I don't think he understand. Oh, he's just acting like it's a thing that they just talked about. Then it doesn't have a conclusion. He doesn't have a say in it. Their conversations are somehow being weird, or they don't move forward. There's no resolution. There's explanation of the problems. They discuss all the problems in the world. Okay, Mara, the one that was shocking in this, that was the first one that they had, is the one with kids, because apparently Marisa has reduced the number of years that she wants kids. Initially in the pods, they both wanted to have kids in 3 to 5 years, and they agreed on that. And now Marisa is changing that, and she's saying that she wants kids in the next 2 years. It seems like they are both bothered by it, and maybe Ramses does not think that he will have enough money to raise the child, or maybe she won't be done with her articles, so that will also put a financial constraint on him and his job and stuff like that. I do not know. He doesn't explain why, or they don't show us the whole conversation. And so as they are discussing the PMS thing, she also brings about the fact that the stats that men have left women when they got sick, and with the way Ramses maybe responded to her rejection, it just shows that she's having doubts around whether he'll stick around. If, like, maybe she has a kid and then she goes through postnatal depression, how would he handle it? And Ramses does not assure her that he'll be there for her. He just goes, yes, yeah. Like, I feel like Ramses is like a wall in this case. It's very confusing what their conversations that they are having. It's like she's just talking to a mumu that does not respond, and how when she asked how her being sick will affect them long term, it made Marisa feel like he's not sure that he'll marry her. And then when all of their conversation, even when it's not resolved, even when he has not said anything that's tangible, he always assures her that he loves her and she's still going to marry her anyway. So that's how their scene ended, and we moved to Alex and Tim. Alex is meeting Tim's parents, and they're at Tim's house. We found out that Tim is actually Drake. His real name is Drake. And Tim's moms give us an idea that she understands how Love is Blind work, and how the pods work. They discuss how their family has been through a lot, and one can see that that Alex sympathizes with them, and that they start talking about how Tim's vulnerability shows itself by him separating himself. So if there's a situation like he said, he actually even told us that and told Alex at the same time that once there's an argument, he leaves. He doesn't stick around, or is like a misunderstanding. He's not the type to resolve issues. So he's just, yeah. And she says that Tim got that from him. And she explains that love marriage is what makes a marriage work. And she asks Alex what she is willing to give, I mean, to lose to be in this relationship. And she says nothing except her single life. And I'm wondering, what exactly do people have to give? Is it time? Is it and also when she said nothing, Tim's mom was blank. She didn't show any shock to say, "What do you mean by nothing?" Or what are you like? What can you say? This is what you are going to do. And also when she said that she has experienced him separating, wanting to leave the relationship, she explained that they have worked through that, and also they have resolved it by themselves. But I don't think that it's going to happen anyway. She tries to explain to Tim's mom that she doesn't take this marriage proposal lightly, and that's the reason why Tim had to meet her dad to ask to ask him for her hand in marriage before she could take it serious. And she doesn't believe in divorce, and she wants to marry Tim, who said to her that he doesn't resolve anything, he will leave her. But anyway, she doesn't believe in divorce, and her dad has been married to her mom for around 25 years. So that's part of the reason why she thinks that she will stick it through in marriage. And then Tim's mom says that if he makes her laugh more than he makes her cry, then they will be okay. And remember, Tim made her cry more than he made her laugh in the pods. And in real life, we have not seen her cry that much, but she doesn't look like she's in a happy relationship anyway. And Tim takes his parents to sit by the balcony, and he tells them that he is happy with Alex, but they are not always in sync about lighter stuff. And that he doesn't like to cuddle, she likes to cuddle, and he doesn't like to cuddle the most when he after an argument. And his mom told him that he shouldn't expect perfection from her, and how they will always go through drama. And she tells him that he is she feels he is ready for marriage, and if they become a family, they'll have their support. And she trusts him and his decision making. He is just laughing and agreeing with his parents, and he doesn't ask them about how not to pack his bags all the time when they have a small argument, especially his mom, because she said she has similar traits to him in terms of lack of problem solving skills, and they tend to want to leave all the time, or maybe even ask his dad to say, how have you handled this, so that he could learn from them to resolve problems, because I'm sure they have gone through stuff in their marriage because they have been married for quite some time. And I also like Tim's parents and also Alex's parents. They support their children. They understand these potential marriages that their kids want to be part of. And even though the marriage is not normal, or their wedding is not normal, it's shotgun marriages that needs to happen in 2 months after meeting the partner, but their parents are in it with them and they seem like they are supporting their kids. That's what you should expect, especially from parents that have grown kids. Ashely is still talking about his 3 kids, but she's not asking him how were the kids made. If this is a real sperm donor, where the kids inseminated into the woman's body, where did they make the kids the natural way? And if there's documents to prove that he is a sperm donor, not the father, is he listed in the birth certificate? Like these things that are important that he doesn't want to talk about. That's part of the reason why he didn't say that he has kids in the pods. So I think that she could explore this, but I think it's because they have partly discussed this behind the outside of the camera. So when they are talking about it, is so that we can know that this is part of their storyline. So they don't go into details. She's the first time she was sad, but now she is much more calmer, and she's even joking and smiling, and he's still apologizing, and he indicates that he is scared of losing Ashely over the 3 kids that he has hidden from her. And but he's still not saying whether he's involved or not. He just called them sperm donor, but I feel like he should say that how his involvement in the kids. And it seems like also Tyler is sleeping in the couch, and he would like to go back to the bed. I don't know, like it's just not clear. These things, they are like being mentioned as a side. And then we move to Taylor and Garrett, and Taylor shares her grandparents' love letters and that she got from her dad, and they are with the calligraphy instructor, and they want to have the love letter station at their wedding, and she wants her grandparents to be part of their wedding in that way because they can't be physical there since they have passed. And also she is and they also have chosen sentences that they would work on as part of this practice of this love letter thing that they are going to write in their love letter stations. It just looks cute for both of them, I think. And she also asked how he would want his parents to be part of their wedding, because it seems like Garrett's parents might not come to their wedding. And also Garrett is I think Garrett loves Ashely. It shows. He's also saying that his parents will love her as their daughter-in-law. And since I have found that Tyler has lied to Ashely, I feel like this is my next favorite couple, and that seems genuine so far. And we move to Hannah and Nick. And Hannah and Nick, they're talking. Ooh. Hannah and Nick talk about their readiness of getting married, and they talk about if they are mature enough to be to be married. And it's Hannah who is mentioning this, asking Nick, and her tone is still not getting better, but it's just uh, Hannah and Nick are at like some sort of like rock climbing that they are doing. I don't know what to call it. It's not really rock climbing. Hannah and Nick are on a date, and she talks to him about asking him about whether he's ready to get married or if he's mature enough, and how they need to get married in 2 weeks. And her tone is still not good, but she's better than the other time. She's not condescending, she's not talking down at him, so she's just asking questions. And she even spoke about how she doesn't want to be the one that start important conversation in their marriage, and also how she doesn't want to be the one to be the one that initiate intimacy, and also the fact that she expects him to do better as a 28 years old man. And I understand Hannah's sentiments in terms of she doesn't want to be the one that's holding up the whole relationship while he's just sitting there like a passenger princess, or sitting as if he's a child, the way he was behaving while he was at home. So those things, they matter, but the way she's addressing some of these things is how it's coming off wrong. And also she could have tried to see, anyway, you can't really learn a person in 2 weeks or even in years sometimes in terms of how they will handle stuff. But maybe she could have tried to see if he is a leader in his own right, in his own life, by asking relevant questions in the pods to see, where do you stay? If he says he stays at a basement with his parents, what is he responsible for? Those type of things would have indicated that he is this type of man that's relaxed, that does not know much about life, except that he is supposed to be hot, and also the fact that he's a realtor, and that's it about him. And he does say that he feels that he's ready and he plans on doing better by her. I don't think this guy sees anything wrong with his behavior. Or if he sees that he's not communicating it, or maybe the reason why he's actually very kind to her, it's because he can see that she's doing a lot of work and he is learning a lot from him. And the next thing is Ramses and Marissa, they are planning their wedding. And she also still saying that she doesn't want an aisle. And he asked her if she wants to be flying off into into where she will be getting married at this center stage of, I don't know what that place is called, I can't remember now. And she says that she wants their moms to sit next to each other, and how he would, and he asked, because her father won't be attending her wedding because they have decided to leave both of them. And he asked how does he want to honor his own father at the wedding. And she indicates that because they are joining themselves, as so it should be shown in the sitting plan, to say that it shouldn't be Ramses' friends and Ramses' family sit this side, Marissa's family and Marissa's friends sit this side. They must all sit together to show that they are joining this union between them. And also, she doesn't want her wedding to be any way similar to his previous wedding. So she asked if he still have doubts about marrying him, and because of the PMS thing, that she had the other day, and maybe the way Ramses took it, it shows that he's having doubts, and she doesn't want she doesn't want him to be having doubts, because she still wants to marry him, and she just wants to clarify throughout. Seems like she just want, I don't know if Ramses is giving I'm having doubts, I don't want to marry you type of vibes. That's why she's always asking. And then he assures her that he's ready to get married. And the cakes that they were sitting next to, everything there, it seems like they were doing cake testing. I don't know what is happening. Or maybe it's because she's PMSing, so it could be that as well. And Alex and Tim, she's warming up food. He's walking into the apartment, and she just tells him that she has not eaten for the whole day, so she would like to eat. And he asks her if she could talk, and she just warms her food and she goes and sit next to him. And he wants to talk about how she left his parents to go and sleep while they were sitting outside to take to talk. And he says that as soon as the cameras went off, she just decided she's going to sleep. And as he is talking, she's eating, and because that she has not eaten for the whole day. He talks about how that wasn't a choice that he was going to make, and it wasn't okay for her to do that, to leave his parents alone. And she says that she was tired, and they had talked about how she was going to be a vessel for him and his family, and they had been talking for close to 4 hours. And after the conversation about their communication style and how she takes naps after being exhausted, he breaks up with her, and he says he doesn't want to see her ever in his life. And so they try and explain what had happened, because when he says he doesn't want to see her again, she just says okay, and then he indicates that he wants her to explain. And then she explains that they try and explain that they texted once a day, called again, and then apparently when she missed his call, when she called him again, or when she answered his call and didn't talk for long, when she was done with whatever she was doing or she was waking up, she called him again. And then he said that he doesn't want someone who's going to dictate when he talks to her. I don't know, man. It seems like Tim wants to date himself or marry himself, because even with the choice that he said that it wasn't going to be a choice for him to go to sleep and all of that, I feel like it's giving he wants someone who thinks the way he thinks, and he wants someone who has the same thinking capabilities, same actions, and all of that. Even though I think that Alex could have been more considerate in terms of, you can't say, you can't have visitors and then you leave them to go and sleep. And he indicates that also with her parents, he went out to buy food, and then he bribed the meat and stuff like that. And then after that, he still washed the dishes. So for her to do what she did to his parents, it felt like she just doesn't want them. My question is, when she went to sleep for that 1 hour, when she woke up, were they still there? Had they gone home? What had happened? Because why is he coming into this house saying he wants to break up with her? He just doesn't want to deal with her at all. What happened when she woke up? Were they all gone? Like, I feel like Tim is exhausting as a person. He's not very accommodating, and by saying I have to be honest with myself, and the answer between you and I is no. I don't think this guy listened to his mom talk about how, and also even I feel like the napping does not warrant a breakup. I think something else is happening in his life. He's not a good person. He's not considerate. He's not like, he's just not a loving man. He's just always looking for things to say. This is the part I don't like about this woman. He's always nitpicking. And that's what his mom was telling him, that please look at this character you have. It's not good for a relationship. This guy, he needs to do something about his behavior. No ways. And she says that she's okay, it's all right because he has made up his mind. Then she explained, and then he decided to dig deeper. That her family, for her family, he made an effort and went and bought meat and grilled it and washed dishes for his family. She didn't do much. And if he's going to have to explain what she could have done for his family, then she's not the one for him. Then they can both agree that she isn't the one for him, and he doesn't want to ever see her again. She tried explaining that it is wrong for him to say that she doesn't want to ever see to break up, and to say that she didn't put effort into the relationship because he's the one that's always throwing temper tantrums, and he has an attitude, and she could have called him I feel like she could have called him childish and immature, and it would have been warranted thing to say. I wouldn't have blamed her. Then he just decides to leave. So I feel like he walked into that place saying he wants to break up with her. He knew that was it for them. So there was nothing she could have done. I feel like this is always begging him and asking him that he reconsider. Please don't pack the bags. It's too much. She can't marry someone who is always like that. And he's also smiling as he's breaking up with her. And it indicated that he wasn't ready for marriage for me to begin with. I hope he sees these episodes and seeks therapy. And maybe he will learn to be patient and understand that his future partner will not be like him and won't handle situations the same way he does, and learn to communicate better. Even though I think that Alex could be wrong as well, because I don't understand why she slept while she had visitors. This type of laziness is not acceptable according to me. And I think she had told him in the pause how her life is like, that she sleeps a lot. So for him to break up with her because of sleeping, that she had told him, is just super wrong. And they go to the costume party, and Taylor and Garrett talk about, on their way to the costume party, they talk about the ex that contacted him, and he just says that he liked the message, and Taylor is not happy with that because someone had cheated on her before, and she says that he should have explained to that person that this is what is going on, that he's engaged, instead of saying that instead of liking a message and leaving it ambiguous like that. And I like the fact that even in this situation where she could be angry and be throwing tantrums and be accusing him of things, she's able to just say, this is what is making me feel like this, and I don't like it. And so Alex gets there, and they're talking to the ladies, and she's talking about how cowardice it was for Tim to break off the engagement with her after he met up with her father. And Ashley talks about, so everyone is just sharing what the experience has been for them. Ashley talks to the girls about how her love for Tyler is so strong, and the fact that even his sperm kids are not going to be the one that stands in her between him and her getting married. And Marisa points out that they should have spoken about this in the pods instead of just few days before they get married. And Monica arrives, and she tells them that she had called Stephen, and they so that they could be in a good space. Marisa asks her if she's considering dating him again, and she says there's 0% chance of them dating, which is good, which is a good thing. They weren't compatible anyways, and she was settling for him, even though she is so picky. Like, she wants to choose the universities that the person has gone to has studied in, and maybe she will even choose the courses that the person has studied in. Like, it's just her choices of the men that she wants is just maybe not quite realistic, but I hope she meets her man in the future. And also, I don't believe that there's 0% chance of her not getting back together with Steven, because why is she contacting him? That guy intentionally sabotaged her relationship with her. Like, it just his relationship with her. It's just that, yeah, it's quite sad that the experiment did not give her the husband she wanted. Instead, she got a guy that was on exploring his kinks in his life. So yeah. Borden also shows up at this event, and everyone is excited to see him. Borden has a nice energy to him. He's always a happy chappy. And also Katie shows up as well, and Hannah takes her to meet up with Nick, because before this party, Nick had indicated that Katie is the one person that he wanted closure from, and she just stopped. So we found out that they went on 3 dates with Katie, and she just stopped talking to him in the pods. And Hannah was not really impressed with that. But I don't understand why she's taking Katie to meet Nick, even though they are best friends. But like, why must she be the one that does that? Like, it's a super weird vibes. But yeah, this is Love is Blind. Garrett has responded to the ex, and he that contacted him, and he's telling Tyler and Ashley and Taylor as well is there. I don't know if he forgot that he had lied to Taylor about liking the message, or he just responded after this party. Like, I'm trying to understand, at what point did he contact his ex and say, "Hi, I'm in a relationship now"? Or he just slipped his mind, and she wasn't happy about it, and she asked that can they please give her space. And then Ashley follows her to the side, and then they decide to talk on that side. And so he says that he told that lady that he's now engaged, he'll see her later, and one liar to the next. And Tyler just says, "Oh, okay." Like, he doesn't see anything wrong with this. Instead of oh, maybe it's because it's not his relationship. He's not emotionally attached to it, or he doesn't care about these things. Or maybe they are not friends with Garrett. I don't know what is going on. He asked for a moment to be alone, after she realizes that he lied to her, and now he's trying to act like he didn't lie for like 5 minutes before the party, for him to explain in detail what happened to Ashley, and to what happened, and Ashley follows her. So when she tries to find out, he acts stupid, that's not what I said. He's just lying. And Ashley, when they're on the other side, Ashley tells her that omitting anything is a lot. Like she just didn't she just didn't find out that about Tyler and his three donor kids. Ashley tells her that omitting anything is a lot, and like she didn't find out that Tyler had three kids just now. And she seems to be trying to work on her relationship with him. Taylor is worried that her fiance lied to her and arranged that. And on top of that, there's a meeting that she had arranged so that he can meet up with her parents. And Borden and Marissa gets a chance to talk about how they look and what they thought they looked like in the pods. And Ramses is a bit jealous, and he wanted to give them space, but then he's back at them, and they are still talking, all of them at once. Katie told Hannah that Nick is cute, and she's now telling the ladies that he is cute. I don't know why she's doing all of these things. Also, this Katie lady, she's moving weirdly. No one is asking her what she thinks. She's just telling them that, oh, he's so cute, I could date him. She even told Ashley as well. Like, it's just like she's just telling everyone that has ears that, oh, she thinks that Hannah's fiance is cute. And Hannah is talking to Ashley about how she's working on not being super critical with Nick. When Ashley asks how they are, and also Ashley has realized that Nick needs to be pushed, because she said that she was happy with Hannah when Hannah recommended that Nick tries variety of cuisines at the airport. I'm like, just because someone is saying you should try this food does not mean that you need to be pushed to grow up. It's just something that happens to anyone. And Hannah starts talking about their sexual relationship with Nick, and that the fact that Nick is not explorative, and there are things that gross him out, including him eating her is grosses him out. And I'm thinking maybe he is feeling like that, grossed out, because of the way she talks to him and the way that she is so mean to him, and all of that. It just plays a huge role in how he sees her as his partner. Nick and Katie talks, and she says, I assumed that their relationship didn't work out because she was older than him, but it seems like that's not it. She says that the reason why she stopped talking to him is because she noticed that he is immature because of the things that he kept mentioning and the fact that he objectified her. And also Nick acknowledges that he has grown, and him and Hannah are in a good space, and they talk about their connection and their similarities, and the fact that he also has checked her on Instagram, and he thinks that she's a good looking woman and stuff like that. Nick is such a good person. It's just that he is matched with the wrong person. I wish that Nick and Alex could have been matched together. I know that they both have their own problems, but I think that because of the personality that Nick has in terms of resolution of issues, or how he handles problems when he gets thrown with problems, he's not like the way Tim is. I think they would have worked. But anyway, that's what happened. He is with Hannah, and they want to get married. He says he's ready, he's mature, and all of that. So yeah, Taylor talks to Garrett about his lie, and she's angry. and she explains the difference between him responding to an ex and him liking a message, and that she doesn't want to be the one that has to go through his messages and be the one that says, oh no, don't do that, don't do it like that. And he acknowledges that he should have told her everything from when he told her about the text, and she doesn't. Yeah, that's it. And that's how this episode ended. Thank you guys for watching this recap. Please like and comment on this video. See you guys in the next one.